Coach, obviously not the way you wanted to end the game, but just overall thoughts. We got to win, though. And that's what you always say, 1-0.
Yeah, we found a way to win this one. I mean, got tied at the end. All credit to those guys. They fought and stayed in it, and they were never out. You're up 41-10, and you think that, it's a problem. You got a chance to put the hammer down and really take the life out of it. We don't. We didn't. And that's frustrating. We got a lot of issues in the kicking game. Probably have open tryouts this week for freaking kickers on campus, so they come in and see what they can do. We got to get that fixed. That's hurting us a lot more than it shows, and with field position and offensively, yeah, you like the up tempo, but I bet we had the ball for 3 minutes in the third quarter, and you can't do that and not score points. If you're scoring points and doing that, that's one thing. But if you're 3 and out and you're only having, at one time there was 42 seconds without the clock. We got no yards, and that's irritating, especially in the flow of the game the way it was. So we got to get better at that.
You talked about the running game in the first half, guys, when you putting guys out there and getting really big yards. Jared and Duke doing a good.
Yep.
How much did you want to establish that today as sort of a signature of what you guys can do?
We always want to try to establish a run game because I think that shows the physicality in your football team. And we were doing that. I think we talked about being consistent this week, and we weren't consistent in the second half. I felt like we got complacent. And I told the team at the end of the game, great teams, they step on the throat and choke the life out of another team. We didn't do that. And we got to be able to do that.
On the other side of that coin, you didn't finish the way you wanted to, but the guys came ready to play, and that certainly set the stage for a win.
Well, to get the pick on the first series and then get a touchdown right away, and then we continued that. We kept going, and we got some big plays in the passing game to Jawan McCall. Then we had the block point for a touchdown. And then that's when I think we just became kind of complacent. Didn't finish drives. Took our foot off the gas a little bit. And again, credit to Central Washington for what they did and the adjustments they made and how they played. They stayed in it, and that's a good football team over there. And they showed it at the end by the way they kept fighting.
Talk about Jawan.
He's stepping up, and I think that's the big thing. He came out of his shell last week with a big game, and he continued that. He knows that he's got the potential to be a weapon for us, and he made a heck of a catch on the long ball, twisting his body and catching it. And then he caught that one for the touchdown. He put his foot in the ground and went. So that was good for us.
Defensively, you didn't come up with enough big plays tonight when you made them. You talked about first half. How happy were you with how you guys played on that side of the ball for the first 30 minutes?
It's 41-10. The only way to score is we give them a short field on I believe, at the kickoff.
Onside kick, or whatever.
Yeah, it wasn't an onside kick. It was just a missed kick by the kicker.
Oh.
I don't know, we practice that all the time. And, in a game and the lights are on, our kickers are not performing, either one of them. So we got to get that fixed. But I was very happy with the way the defense played in the first half. Gave our offense great field position, and offense capitalized.
Stadium's been pretty nice to you guys. Homecoming now 3-0 at home. Talk about the crowding, how you guys have been able to respond at home.
The crowd's amazing, and if we can continue to do what we're doing, hopefully we just continue to pick up because they are a vital part of this game, especially behind their stands. And, they're able to rattle those guys a little bit, but it's kind of loud down there, so it's a very good feeling when we do some good things and hear the crowd get behind us and push for us.
Last question I have: what happened? I don't know if have you heard, but what happened with the kid from Central Washington right from the sideline?
The kid was more of a precautionary deal because he had some. He said his neck got bent back and he had some tingling in his leg, but he can move all extremities. He had strengthened arms and legs. He just told them they had some tingling, so they didn't want to take any chances and proceeded with caution on that. I know that the doctor asked at halftime if they had how he was, and the doctor said that he had talked to his mom and been assured that right now everything looks okay.
Did it happen in front of you? I didn't see it.
That happened right in front of me. I saw him on our sideline as we were scoring a touchdown. I saw him on the sideline, kind of barreled up with his head to the ground, and just got over him and said, "Hey, make sure just roll over. We're going to get help for you, what's hurting, things like that. So, and I thought it was good. Our doctors and trainers came out, very professional, and their trainers very professional in what they did, and their team was, you could tell the team was shaking a little bit. It kind of shook our team a little bit. You never want to see that happen in a football game because it is a game, but it is part of it. And I'm just happy the young man's doing fine.